I wonder what I'm going to click and watch today. The artist, the art, the paint. I'm gonna click on a different video. I heard he created something powerful. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of his work. I thought his old stuff was better. Man, what are you talking about? I love his new stuff now. I wonder what his new art piece is going to be. I want to know the meaning behind it, or how he thought of it. Alright, while we're waiting for it to be unveiled, why don't we go look at a different piece? What is art to you? Is art more about what someone gets from it, or what the artist meant it to be? My creator considers his art an extension of himself. So in saying that, his art is also him. However, what about the people who see the art and internalize it differently? Does the way a person sees the art and internalize it make it a different entity altogether? Should the artist have a say in the way people internalize his work? Is the interpretation of art more about liberty or authority? Does any of this even matter? Probably not. Anyways, it seems that you want to see the creator of this art piece. Go find him. He looks human with 2 eyes and a mouth. He's kind of skinny. Sticky almost. Every day I stretch my mind to its limits, constantly redlining it so I can sacrifice myself for the greater good of my art. And I know what it sounds like. It sounds like I don't enjoy making my art anymore. And there are times when I do. In the beginning, the enjoyment of the process of art was all that I cared about. But somewhere along the way, I got lost. Everything started affecting me. I started getting better, and the struggles to constantly grow as an artist started weighing on me. The fact that everyone sees me and my art constantly makes me feel like I'm a clown at a circus. They say, "Dance, clown, be amusing." And I'm a fighter, so it doesn't get to me. But sometimes the loneliness gets through the chinks of my armor. I don't talk to my parents much anymore. I avoid hanging out with my friends now to work on my art. I constantly struggle to get someone to fall in love with an artist who hasn't made it. And then there's the money situation. I'm a broke boy, so I constantly have to sell out to make ends meet. The world tells me it's okay to make ends meet. But it's the same world who tells artists to make art they want to. But it's also the same world that crushes those who do so. I know what you're thinking. There are plenty of people out there who understand that I'm just trying to make ends meet. And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess I just continue what I'm doing. Every day I think about my art and how I could make it better. I sacrifice to enhance my truth-seeking abilities, Dostoevsky said, or something like that. Weirdly, I used to enjoy making my art, and on this long, treacherous journey, there would be sparse moments where it was so. But sometimes it feels like that spark is gone. Sometimes that person, that naive me, that person who just started making his art, feels like an entirely different person. Sometimes I want to call out to that person, like he's missing and I need to go find him. Hey artist, where'd you go? The naive me, where'd you go? Could you please bring the spark back? Before, when I was unknown, there were no expectations. But now every time I wake up and I get out of my bed, I feel like I have to live up to them. But you know what's really funny? I felt like I was a clown in a circus. But recently I looked in the mirror and realized how clownish I really was. I realized constantly chasing people's validation is not good for the heart. So I said, fuck them. I want to make what I want to make. And if people enjoy that, then it's just a bonus. Don't get me wrong, some people enjoy my art and tell me it has changed them for the better. It makes me feel so good to the point where I want to make art for them. But some people hate my art for an infinite amount of reasons. And it hurts my soul so much. Constantly switching between two extremes is not good for my mental state. All of these feelings clusterfucked into my next art piece. And that's exactly why, for my next art piece, I went and found him. And I went back to basics. If people love it, great. If people don't, who cares? My art is me. And whether that art is still me after it leaves me and goes to another person doesn't matter to me anymore. And that's exactly why there are plenty of people who will understand the passion of the artist. So, thank you for talking and sitting here with me.